Okay, you ready? Please, it's like teaching class. I cannot start unless you are listening. Shalom. Okay, here we go. It's good enough. Welcome to the B'nai B'rith camp. Shalom Aleichem. Welcome to the B'nai B'rith camp. Can you believe I'm about to say this? 100th anniversary bash.
Introduce yourself.
So glad you're here. I'm Doug Blauer.
And I'm Amy Blauer, and we are so honored to be here to celebrate BB Camp and this amazing night. Doug and I met back in the 80s. You want to hear this, so... Okay, we met back in the 80s, and I took the Amtrak from Seattle, and you know, Doug is a third-generation BB camper here from Portland.
Camp is where we fell in love. I saved Amy a seat at staff training. I'll never forget that. We were both campers and counselors. Our two kids, Sam and Lucy, have been longtime campers. And Amy helped us start Rejuvenation almost 20 years ago.
All right. Woo! And you were camp director, one-handed clap, Doug Blauer. And I mean, we have so many memories from camp growing up together. Remember when, go ahead.
Remember when we had our mock wedding at the carnival on the ball field?
Definitely. And remember preparing for lip syncs and talent shows and skit nights, and I loved the barbecue on Shabbat and being a Maccabia leader. That was the best. Song sessions, cabin raids. I swam the lake a couple times.
Yeah, I got you. But even though you and I had camp was an integral part of our lives, not everybody had that experience. So for those of you who have not been to camp but are here to support camp, we really love and appreciate you.
At BB Camp, we welcome everyone, and our goal is to be inclusive of all campers. We are your Emcees for tonight's evening program, and we want to make sure that all of you, our campers, feel welcomed and included.
As part of that journey, we will honor the inaugural class of the BB Camp Hall of Fame inductees. We'll also show you a bit about what it is like to be at camp and be a camper. This part of our journey includes the countdown of the BB Camp Top 10 songs for the first 100 years.
I love Top 10.
Top 10.
Okay, so let's give a big Yasher Koach, a congratulations to the Eitz Chaim Legacy Society for sponsoring the welcome reception. Thank you to Eitz Chaim Society chairs Howard and Wendy Liebrick and Howard and Linda Davis. Thank you. And let's not forget the 136 Eitz Chaim Legacy Society members. Will all of you please stand?
All right. I think I hear our first hit on our BB Camp Top 10 coming. The BB Camp Top 10 is like a song session at camp. It's a sing-along. You have the lyrics in your program. So we're going to do a little warm-up. Want to make sure you brought your singing voices with you. I'm going to lead you in a repeat song, a repeat after me song. It's called Hine Ma Tov U'Manayim. The translation means how good and pleasant it is for all of us to be together in unity, which we are tonight. So, are you ready? We're going to do it like we used to in the old dining hall. Here we go.
BB Camp Top 10, number 10.
Wait, actually, this is just a warm-up before the 10.
Right. Okay. All right, sing it with me. I said a hine.
I said hine.
I said a hine ma tov.
Said hine ma tov.
I said a hine ma tov u'manayim.
Hine ma tov u'manayim.
Shevet.
Shevet.
Shevet achim gam yachad.
Shevet achim gam yachad.
Hine ma tov u'manayim. Shevet achim gam yachad.
מה טוב ומנעים שבת אחים גם יחד.
Woo! Nice one. Give us yourselves a hand.
Okay, that was a good warm-up, and in the old days, that was Doug's thing. He loved doing the hine. So let's start now for our top 10. Tracy, our fearless song leader from the 80s and 90s. Where are you for top 10? Right here.
BB Camp Top 10. Everybody join in. Number 10.
Kim Schneiderman in the house. Another legendary song leader. She is going to lead us in Eitz Chaim Hi to honor the Eitz Chaim Society.
And we're going to start all together by singing out in Camp Ruach form, Shalom. Here we go. Let's sing together. Shalom, 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 shalom. Etz Chaim Hi lemachazikim bavatomecha. מאושר עץ חיים היא למחזיקים בו ותומכה מאושר שלום 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 shalom. It's a tree of life. Here we go. It's a tree of life. To them that hold fast to it, and all of its supporters are happy. It's a tree of life. To them that hold fast to it, and all of its supporters are happy. Shalom, 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 shalom. Shalom, shalom. Now, if we can keep this ruach going just for a minute or so, I'm hoping to hear some men's campers out there shout out some shalom for us. Can you start it out? Here we go, men's camp. Shalom. We can't hear you. There we go. Woohoo! Rejuvenation. Here we go. Shalom, shalom. Shalom, shalom. Shalom, shalom. Shalom, shalom. I know we have some staff members here tonight. I know that those staff members are in the house because I saw each and every one of you. Are you ready? How about current staff members and former staff members? Are you ready? Let's hear you sing it out. And I want to hear from everybody who has been either at camp or a supporter of camp. This is this whole room of us. 1, 2, 3, sing it. Shalom, shalom. Shalom, shalom. Shalom, shalom. Shalom, shalom.
Woohoo! Thank
Yeah.
you, Kim.
Hello, and welcome to the celebration of BB Camp's 300th birthday. Thank you. I'm Gary Kahn, and I have the distinct pleasure of being the president of the board of directors. Thank you. This year has been a momentous one, and we have a lot to celebrate tonight. It's wonderful to see so many people here. I think we have a very entertaining program. Over the course of the evening, you're going to hear a lot about BB Camp's accomplishments and successes. Our programming and the number of campers we have served have grown tremendously since the last time we had a birthday celebration. That was 10 years ago. After a year off due to the pandemic, our overnight camp in 2021 was a rousing success, and our enrollment numbers for this year are very, very high. We're also going to have 6 day camps around the state this summer, not tonight. One of our biggest successes is our food program. When the pandemic began 2 years ago, we were asked to take over this program serving Lincoln County's school children because the county could no longer do it because of schools being closed. Later, in Labor Day of 2020, there was a fire in the vicinity of camp. It's the Echo Mountain Complex wildfire. It came within a quarter of a mile of camp. In fact, our staff that lived on site had to be evacuated. Several hundred families were displaced by the fire and were housed by FEMA in shelters in the Lincoln City area. We were asked to provide food for these families until they established housing. I am proud to say that between these 2 food programs, which are still going on, we have served almost 340,000 meals. An organization of this size cannot exist without an outstanding staff, and that we have. I would like to thank and recognize each and every staff member for all that you do, because we could not accomplish what we do. But it takes more than staff to make an outstanding organization. We need volunteers from the community, dedicated volunteers, and that we have as well. We have a 20-member board of directors which meets throughout the year and provides guidance and counsel for the agency. I would like all current board members to stand and be recognized. Now, I would like all past board members to stand. These are the people that brought us to where we are today. We also have dozens and dozens of committed members of the community that volunteer to be on our committees. The committees provide advice and support for both the board and the staff. I'd like all committee members to stand. Not too many here. I would also like to recognize some of our very special guests that are here tonight. I don't know where everybody is sitting, so when I call your name, please stand. State Representative David Gomberg and his wife Susan have joined us from Lincoln City. Thank you, David, for all you do for BB Camp, Lincoln County, and the Central Oregon Jewish community. Joining us remotely, I don't know where the camera is, but joining us remotely is Susan Walke, the mayor of Lincoln City. We also welcome many of our representatives of our partner agencies, and let's hold our applause till we get through all of them. We have Mark Blattner, President and CEO, and Lauren Goldstein, BB Camp alumni and board chair for the Jewish Federation of Greater Portland. Thank you for your dedication to our community. We welcome the new president and CEO of the Oregon Jewish Community Foundation, David Foreman. I don't know where David is. We wish you the best in your new venture. We also welcome BB Camp alumna and CEO of Cedar Sinai Park, Kim Fusen. Kim, where are you? Thank you. Jemmy Costner Mansfield, BB Camp alumna, and Sherry Torah, Executive Director. Glenn Koblenz, President of Neve Shalom and an active member of Camp Community. Representing the MJCC, BB Camp alumna Becky Ewer. Mia Burke, Interim Executive Director, and Karen Blau, Camp alumna and Board Co-Chair of the Eastside Jewish Commons. Judy Margles, the Executive Director of the Oregon Jewish Museum for Holocaust Education. They deserve a big round of applause. They are putting together an exhibit of the 100 years of BB Camp. They've done a wonderful job putting images, videos, articles, and stories together. It's going to begin September 11th. We also extend our gratitude to Joseph Hughes of JHC Construction for being here tonight with a full table from JHC. They have built a majority of our buildings on camp in the last 10 years. The crowning achievement of the past year was reaching the $14 million goal of the Second Century Capital Campaign. This was a joint project of BB Camp and the B'nai B'rith Men's Camp, and we are eternally grateful for their support. I'd like one more group of people to stand, and that's the Men's Camp board members. Thank you for all you've done. With the Second Century Campaign, so many generous supporters have come together to completely rebuild camp for the next 100 years. We're lucky to have many of you with us tonight, either live or virtually, and we can't thank you enough. As you know, tonight is our largest annual fundraiser. I hope that when we get to that part of the program, everybody is very, very generous. Thank you, and enjoy the rest of the evening.
Thank you, Gary, for all your leadership. Okay, so it's Saturday and the sun is setting soon. And at camp, we say goodbye to Shabbat by celebrating Havdalah. It's Havdalah vibes. Just kidding. During the week, everyone at camp is busy with their own cabin and individual activities, and Havdalah brings everyone together to connect and close Shabbat and start the new week. Doug, any Havdalah vibes for you?
I love Abdallah.
I love Abdallah too. Yehudim, hai ta'ora, vesimcha, vesason, vikar. Yehudim, hai ta'ora, vesimcha, vesason, vikar. Ke tielanu, tielanu, tielanu. Ke tielanu, tielanu, tielanu. As the sun is setting on Shabbat and the moon and her stars reveal themselves as we begin this new journey from rest, from renewal, from possibility, we get to carry the light of Shabbat with us. We get to be the holders of sacredness as we make our way through this new week. And in a world of separation, we can take heart that knowing that this light of God, of divine mystery, is what connects us to our past, to each other, and to what's to come. So we're going to light our Havdalah candle. And we're going to...
Oh, hold on. I hear there's a group of campers and staff from the early 2000s who are here to help lead Abdallah. Come on up. You know who you are.
Stacy Adgers, Tyler Eisenman, Aaron Rose, Miranda King, and anyone else that maybe was there in the 2000s to help celebrate Havdalah. Early 2000s, come on down.
Okay. As we light this candle, I invite everyone to turn our voices off. Just for a moment. To close our eyes. To breathe in the beauty of camp. And may we be comforted by the moon and her stars. And may we be guided by the light that we carry and all that is holy within each of us. If you'd like, let's put our arms around each other. Lie, 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 lie. Lie, 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 lie. We raise our Kiddush cup up high. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei peri hagafen borei peri hagafen lai 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 Lie, 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 and we breathe in the fragrance of the sweet spices. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei minei v'samim borei minei v'samim lai 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 Lie, 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 and we lift our Abdallah candle up as it illuminates our way throughout our week. And let us seek the unseen sparks that kindle the greater lights. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei meorei ha'esh borei meorei ha'esh lai 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 Lie, 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 lie. And now we'd like to get our Kiddush cup up close to our Havdalah candle as we recognize the sacredness of Shabbat. Apart from the ordinary, we sing together. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam Hamavdil ben kodesh lechol Hamavdil ben kodesh lechol Lie, lie, lie. And now we're going to get completely quiet, and we're going to bring the candle and the Kiddush cup close to the microphone, and we're going to listen as we put the light out in our wine. The longer the sizzle, the better the week. Lie, 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 Lai, lai, lai. Shavua tov, 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 Shavua tov. A good week, a week of peace. May gladness reign and joy increase. A good week, a week of peace. May gladness reign and joy increase. Eliyahu Hanavi, Eliyahu Hatishbi, Eliyahu, Eliyahu, Eliyahu Hagiladi, Bimhera ve'amenu, Yavo Eleinu, Imashiach ben David, Imashiach ben David. Eliyahu Hanavi, Eliyahu Hatishbi, Eliyahu, Eliyahu, Eliyahu Hagiladi. Shavua Tov, everyone. Shavua Tov.
Okay, beautiful. Okay, wait. So, thank you so much, 2000s. And I'd like to introduce and keep Stacy Adgers up here. Stacy, come on. Stacy was my camper. I think we probably tie-dyed this shirt together, by the way, like 1993, right? Probably?
Yes, the same year that you told me that if I ever wanted to be a staff member, I had to learn all of the lyrics to, do you remember what song it was?
American Pie?
Indeed.
That is so funny. That sounds like me. Yes. Okay, so we're going to start by, now most of us got into our salads, but we're going to do a quick camp hamotzi together. So everybody grab a piece of bread before, if you've already dug into your salad, that's okay. We're going to do a hamotzi together. And let's grab a piece of bread.
Thank you, Stacy. Oh, hi. Put that there. That was really funny.
Okay, here we go, you guys. Everybody know the camp version of hamotzi? Stacy, you want to lead us off? Hamotzi lechem min haaretz. We give thanks to God for bread. Our voices rise in one accord as our daily prayer is said. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam hamotzi lechem min haaretz. Amen. Take it away, Stacy.
All right. Welcome, everyone. I am very honored to come at this point in this program for a variety of reasons. One is because Abdallah is one of my favorite parts of camp. Like we just learned, for those of you that didn't know, what Abdallah really means is separation. And 2 years ago, when we were truly separated from one another, I started hosting a virtual Abdallah, camp style, for my community up in Tacoma, Washington. And the reason I could do that is because camp taught me the lyrics to, well, American Pie also, but taught me the lyrics to the prayers and the songs of Abdallah. And it taught me to lead Abdallah. And BB Camp taught me to lead, period. And it also taught me to give. I did, however, have a little bit of a leg up. I may or may not have been raised by the consummate BB Camp supporter and effortless philanthropist. Thank you, Dad. It made that transition into a life of giving to BB Camp. It made that transition into a life dedicated to philanthropy very easy for me. I had amazing examples. And my name is Stacy Adgers, from the way most of you know me. It's also Stacy Van Wagner. And I am so honored to be a member of the board of directors and the chair for the new BB Camp Philanthropy Committee. Now, my role in this committee and the purpose of this committee is to ensure that all of you, all of our sponsors and our donors and our supporters know how much of a difference is made by your dedication to BB Camp. I get to start tonight with thank yous, which is there are many to go around. The first one I get to say thank you to is for the Second Century campaign, and those of you that participated at the Century Circle, Flag Circle, and Friendship Circle levels. You'll see them up here. So we've recognized our Century Circle and our Flag Circle donors with a very special gift. You'll be able to see it on the next slide. Maybe. Maybe not. We'll find out what it is later. There is a second set of donors, or a third set of donors, a tier of donors, and they're going to be thanked a little bit later in a very special way. Those first two sets of donors, our Century and our Flag Circle donors, literally have been preparing our campus for the next 100 years. That's how important this campaign has been. We've been able to rebuild camp in a meaningful way for 100 more years. Thank you so much to all of you who have led the way in those efforts. Those friendship... Our Friendship Circle donors, they're going to be recognized a little bit later, and you get to be a part of that because I encourage every one of you to be a Friendship Circle donor. You still have the opportunity to participate in that program. You'll learn a little bit more about it from Irv Potter, and you'll be gifted a paver in our Second Century Plaza at camp. I would be remiss if I didn't personally thank, and if all of us didn't personally thank Irv Potter for his role as chair of the Second Century campaign for the last 10 years. That means he had the foresight for 10% of this time to understand that this was coming. Thank you so very much. Next, I get to give the opportunity to all of you to appreciate our sponsors for tonight's event. Their support, coupled with your support, is assuring that BB Camp will have the needed funds for 2022 to provide transformative experiences for over 1,000 campers. Tonight's L'Adore Vador event sponsors are the Liebrick family, Max Liebrick, Howard and Wendy Liebrick. Their gift truly teaches future generations about the true impact of philanthropy. It allows us to pass down our traditions, L'Adore Vador, from generation to generation. Our next sponsor is our Kalia sponsor, the Loeb Family Charitable Foundation. And at this level, this family and foundation is helping to build and sustain the BB Camp Kalia, or community, for a new generation and 100 years. Ometz Lev means courage. These sponsors have shown the courage to reach just that extra little bit, like jumping on the zip line in the ropes course. They've reached and dedicated themselves and pushed themselves with courage to support camp. Our Ometz Lev donors are Howard and Linda Davis, Lee and Howard Lazarus, and Kenneth and Mary Unclis. At BB Camp, we are continually doing what we can as an agency to heal and repair the world. Our Tikkun Olam sponsors are dedicated to helping this on our journey. Thank you so much to the Northwest Forensic Institute and Alex Milkey, Dan and Janice Pittman, Irv and Arlene Potter, Kyle and Becky Rotenberg, Stan and Pam Rotenberg, and Steve and Deborah Wynn. So we're going to keep up that BB Camp cheer for our Simcha sponsors. We're listing them here. Simcha means joy, and these sponsors are joyful to donate and contribute to camp, and we rejoice and are very excited about their contributions. Finally, our Shalom sponsors. Our Shalom sponsors are helping campers to bring more peace into this world, and they help our camp be whole. Thank you so much to our Shalom sponsors. And because I have the microphone, and I'm going to do a shameless plug, please contact me if you're interested in helping to further the philanthropic efforts at camp. And that doesn't mean I'm just asking for your money. If you want to be a part of informing the development team and the fundraising team, if you want to have the opportunity to have awesome conversations about camp with other people who love camp, which is the best thing in the world, and the phone calls I've been making for the last couple of months, please contact me. I'm excited for your support. We'll partner with strategy and outreach and It's Chaim, and of course, for all the great events. Speaking of those events, I want to thank the Second Century Committee and the people that made tonight happen. And I know there was tireless staff effort, but I'm going to go ahead and thank our volunteers, Amy and Doug Blauer, Joan Kahn, Howard and Wendy Liebrick, Tracy Macklin, Irv Potter, Jessica Rothstein-Berger, Ruth Shelley, and Dion and Scott Zacks. By the way, there is still room on this committee because we've got more events coming up. Again, shameless plug. Find my phone number. Come talk to me after. We are welcoming a couple more events in short order, including on June 26th, when you can join us down at camp for the dedication of the new Zidell Field House. Woo! And then again, as we mentioned, on September 11th, when the Oregon Jewish Museum and Center for Holocaust Education is opening the 100th anniversary BB Camp exhibit. I got two more for you even, and there's more in the works, I know. On May 22nd, a concert on the lake with Michael and Alan Harrison's all-star band is happening. Woo! And July 11th, please join us for the Syndicida Camp Golf Tournament at Langoon Farms. I want to thank you again to all of our sponsors and to all of you for being here to celebrate 100 years of dynamic growth and powerful legacy.
Thank you. Awesome.
Thanks, Stace.
Thank you, Stacy. Let's hear it for Stacy Adgers. Woohoo! Thank you for all your hard work. So everybody can relate to this, I know, because for me, it's still the same at any age. Every time I turn down into the road of camp, you know, even if I'm totally by myself in the car, I am definitely singing, "We're B'nai B'rith campers, rough and ready we," because that's what you do when you drive into camp, right? And there's this excitement and this feeling that at any age you always feel, and you know when you get down around the corner, there's going to be the whole staff and counselors out on the ball field clapping and singing Avenu Shalom Aleichem. And it was such a comfort back then, and I will never forget that feeling. It was just like coming home.
I love it. So the next three songs that we're going to show you what it's like to arrive at camp after learning the BB Camp cheer on the bus, being welcomed by counselors singing, and then experience your first song session after dinner. Enjoy your salads and your dinner and bread while we enjoy a video of more of our BB Camp hits. So hit it.
BB Camp Top 10, number 8. Top 10, number 7.
It's all my life I've been waiting for, I've been praying for the people to say that we don't want to fight no more, there'll be no more wars, and our children will pray one day, one day, one day, one day.
BB Camp Top 10, number 6.
2, 1, war neighbor campers, up and ready, we are GIs, you can play the spirit of the for neighbors, we are foreign strong, and when we get back to our camper full of heaven song, hip hip hooray, hip hip hooray, hip hip hooray.
Okay, we're plugging along at the top 10. So, of course, we're here tonight, not just for the top 10, of course. We're here to celebrate BB Camp's history and induct our inaugural class into the BB Camp Hall of Fame.
We are going to honor the first 5 honorees now. They are, thanks for quieting, this is a really special part, actually, so I know it's hard with the silverware and all that, so it's every speaker's nightmare. Okay, so thank you so much. Nice job, easy with the fork, nice job. Okay, ready? The first 5 honorees now are Julia Sweat, our BB Camp founder.
Julius Meyer, whose family donated our camp property on the shores of Devil's Lake.
Mickey Hirschberg, who served for many years as the director of Girls Camp.
Harry Polakar, who was the camp director for 33 years.
And Gene Noodleman Sr., who served for decades on the men's camp board and was the chair of the camp committee at the J. We'll now see a video tribute for the first 5 honorees. Thank you.
As we celebrate our 100th anniversary, we honor 9 great friends of BB Camp who helped make camp what it is today. Please welcome Jennifer and Moses Felberg, 3rd and 4th generation campers, to introduce our honorees.
In 1921, Julia Sweat, our first Hall of Fame honoree, was the executive secretary of the newly established Jewish Federation, with an office in the B'nai B'rith Lodge. Julia convened a camp committee which established Camp Walula in the Columbia River Gorge. In 1925, we moved to Neskowin and became B'nai B'rith Camp.
Mrs. Sweat went to my grandmother and asked if my then 7-year-old dad and his 2 older brothers could join that first encampment. She told my grandmother it would cost $5 per kid, but they could take a whole year and make monthly payments so the boys could go. That started my dad's lifetime commitment to BB Camp, which has now led to 4 generations of our family attending BB Camp. Each year when my dad made his contribution to camp, he always pointed out that he doesn't think he's made up for all the payments he needed to pay for those years he went to camp.
Still today, no child is turned away due to lack of funds, and our inclusion program assures that campers of all abilities succeed at camp.
In 1928, future governor of Oregon, Julius L. Meyer, the son of the Meyer and Frank founder, arranged the donation of BB Camp's property. He and his siblings, Abe Meyer and Franny Frank, donated an 11-acre piece of land overlooking Devil's Lake in memory of their mother, Jeanette Meyer.
Alex Miller headed a fundraising committee to build the entire camp. 16 cabins, the dining hall, a rec building, and an infirmary in a matter of months. BB Camp is guided by 7 midot, or values. The first is Shalom, or peace, which for us means providing a sacred space for our campers. We thank Julius Meyer for our magical campus, where we bring more shalom into the world.
Born in London, Millicent Mickey Hirschberg came to Portland in 1924 to teach swimming at the J. She developed a renowned hydrotherapy program that helped thousands to recover from polio. Beginning in 1932, she became the director for the B'nai B'rith Girls Camp.
Like my dad, I learned to swim with Mickey at the J, as did generations of Jewish kids in Portland. Jeannie Newmark, one of our oldest alumna, told the story of how when she was a camper a few years ago, Mickey was the camp director and rowed in the boat while Jeannie swam across the lake.
Mickey's decades of enthusiastic work won her many accolades, including the Millicent Hirschberg Day at the JCC in 1948.
Our next honoree, Harry Polly Pollikar, holds the record as camp director for 33 years, from the 1930s to 1971. In a letter honoring Polly for his service, Harry Glickman wrote, "Every kid who has ever played for Polly, participated in his athletic program, or served as a camp counselor knows the tremendous impact he has had on literally thousands of youngsters."
One of the supporters of the event shared a story in a letter to Glickman. It was the day of the Across the Lake boat race, and my team needed a coxswain. Polly suggested a camper named Johnny, who I thought was frail and not so sure of himself. Yet as we stood on the dock watching the boats, I saw Polly's sense of character turn into flesh. Johnny was not a frail, retreating kid. We saw a determined guy in command as they crossed the finish line first. Not only did Johnny grow that day, his team grew, as did the entire camp when Johnny was named honor camper. And I grew as a counselor.
Glickman's reply stated, "You will be pleased to know that the banquet for Polly last night was a tremendous success, and he was quite taken with his gift, a new Chevrolet Impala. Michelle may be getting some ideas for her 25th anniversary next year."
Our next midot is Kehila, or community. Mickey and Polly built community at BB Camp for generations of campers, and our Kehila is built on their foundation.
Eugene Gene Noodleman Sr. was on the men's camp board for 50 years and served as treasurer. Gene also led the camp committee at the MJCC for 18 years, guiding BB Camp's growth.
Uncle Gene's birthday always fell during men's camp. For 50 years or longer, he celebrated his birthday with his B'nai B'rith Camp men's camp family.
Gene Noodleman, he was probably our first camp historian. He was always walking around camp with a very nice camera around his neck, and he took pictures of everyone. And it didn't matter if you were a counselor, a guest, someone in the background, just someone off the lake that came and visited. If he found out your name, he would send you a copy of that photo.
When I was a kids camper in the early 50s, another of tonight's honorees, Harry Pollikar, was the camp director, and Gene Noodleman was the president of the kids camp. Polly was camp director, but his wife, Mrs. Polly, was really in charge. She knew everything. She had eyes in the back of her head. Uncle Gene, you have always been a Hall of Famer in my life.
Tikkun Olam, or Healing the World, is the next of BB Camp's midot. BB campers learn to care for others and go out into the world and do good, just as Gene did for camp for many decades.
That was amazing.
That was amazing. All right, let's give a big hand, you guys, for what a beautiful tribute. Thank you. It is so special for us to be here for Amy and I. We just want to take a second. When we were asked to MC tonight, we were really honored. So thank you so much for this opportunity to be up here. And I just want to take a shout out to talk about family for a second. It's incredible. My parents are here tonight, so I just want to do a quick shout out for my Blauer family. I love it. My mom, well, let's start with my grandma. My mom's mom, Grandma Mill Sachs, was a camper long time ago when there was tents. So it's amazing. So it goes back, to the late 20s. My grandpa Meyer was a men's camper for years and a man of the year in 72. And my mom was a camper when she was 8 years old. Mom and Dad, give a shout out. Stan and Judy Blauer over there. What's up? And they were both campers. My folks were both campers and counselors. And, if it wasn't for them, Amy and I wouldn't have met. So thanks for sending me to camp. I appreciate it. And Sam and Lucy, our kids, are both longtime campers. And again, if it wasn't for my parents and Amy's parents sending us to camp, our family would never have been created. And I also want to shout out to my sister online and my brother-in-law, Rusty, who are watching in Seattle. I love you guys. And my brother Jeff also was a camper, was a dishwasher. It's a long story, but he was there too. So we all worked at camp for a little while. Anyway, so thank you so much, and we're just honored to be here tonight.
Good job. Thank you again to our sponsors, and thank you everyone for being here. We are going to take a little break and eat a little bit more, and we can ruffle our silverware, and then we will be back to honor the final 4 Hall of Fame inductees and their family members who are here with us. And we will finish the top 10 and have more Kim and have some special guests, Michael Allen Harrison and Julianne Johnson performing.
Plus, we've got a special guest online tonight, Tom Meyers of Tom's Song himself. So enjoy your dinner, everybody, and I know you're kind of getting close, and we're going to keep the program rolling along soon, but we'll take a little break here for a minute. Enjoy. picture time.
Do you think we should do that? I think to start instead of this other stuff. Like this is a bunch of reminders about Tom Meyers and stuff, which we don't need. For taking a seat and getting back to your table. There's dessert, and take a seat, and we'll finish our program.
If you could slowly take your seats, grab some dessert. There's dessert on your table. Oh, yeah. All right. All right, we're going to continue, but we need everyone to slowly slide down.
You can do hands up.
It's okay.
I might have to get one of the counselors up here to do their magic. Okay, guys, hands are up.
When
hands
the hand
up.
goes up, the mouth goes shut. Check it, bavakasha. Hey.
All right, everybody, welcome back. Little reminder, coming up are Michael Allen Harrison and Julianne Johnson. Plus, again, reminder, coming up, special performance, Michael Allen Harrison and Julianne Johnson, plus a special guest appearance by Tom Meyers of Tom Songs himself.
Pretty soon, we're going to introduce, no one's being induced. No one. We're going to introduce our next group of BB Camp Hall of Fame inductees. But first, Aaron Perlman might have an announcement.
Announcement.
An announcement?
Announcements.
A terrible way to die.
A terrible way to start the day, a terrible way to die with announcements.
Boom, boom, chica, boom, boom, boom.
Okay.
Okay, that's enough. So at BB Camp, we have a lot of great days at BB Camp. But some days are more special than others because sometimes it's people's birthdays. Can you hear me okay, Kim? Okay, Kim Fuson was my counselor. So I know it's at least one person's birthday in the room. Is there anybody else that has a birthday this weekend? Anybody? Anybody? Right here, Sunny? Sunny? Sunny and Noah? Anybody else? Okay, so this is what?
Wait, where's
Kim?
our-
And Kim, Sonny and Kim and Noah. Okay, so this is what we do at BB Camp. I say extra and you repeat after me, you say extra. I say every day at BB Camp is a special day, but today is an extra special day because it's Sonny and Kim and Noah's birthday. And so let's sing them a little happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Noah, Sonny, and Kim. Happy, oh, and Adam. Day too. He can skip too. Yom Huledet Sameach. Yom Huledet Sameach. Yom Huledet Sameach. Yom Huledet Sameach. Skip around the room, skip around the room. We won't shut up till you skip around the room. Skip around the room, skip around the room. We won't shut up till you skip around the room.
Skip around the room. We won't shut up till you skip around the room.
Skip around the room. Don't shut up till you skip around. Everybody, skip around the room, skip around the room. We won't shut up till you skip around the room. Skip around the room, skip around the room. Look at them go. We won't shut up. We're not shutting up till you skip. Keep going. God bless you. Look at, they did the whole thing. Can you believe that? Mazel tov.
I think
Nice job. Happy birthday.
Doug, I think we'll forego. Normally now they put the camper in a chair and then lift them in the air the number of years old they are. I think we'll forego that.
Happy birthday, you two.
Okay, somebody just brought up this piece of memorabilia. How many of you guys have a bear scare? Anybody have a bear scare? This is going in the museum. This is to scare away all the bears at camp. Not really. Okay, okay, so back at camp, everyone. Everybody knows Shabbat is a really, really special day at camp. I just wait till everyone to be quiet. Shh. Thank you. Thank you. At Shabbat, everybody knows at camp, Shabbat is the best day ever. And when we're celebrating Shabbat after dinner, the tables are cleared away in the dining hall, and it turns into this full tilt Israeli dancing marathon. Everybody's sweating, everyone's smiling and laughing. And the BB Camp counselors and international staff, they bring the best songs and Israeli dance music. And I gotta tell you, I've seen these kids in bar and bat mitzvah parties or just at friends' houses, and one of these songs comes on, they just like are drawn in and drop everything and start dancing, and it is just like the best thing ever. It's so awesome.
Love it. Quick factoid. Amy was Jewish Enrichment Director in 1989, and she used to lead Israeli dancing, and it was quite fun. So it was a real pleasure to watch her. So I'd like to welcome Overnight Camp Director Bet Amir Brownstein. My sister, where are you? Come on up. And the summer program staff. Again, the program staff, come on up. We're going to have a, actually, Tracy, where are you, Tracy?
I'm over here at table 1 right now.
All right, what's going on, Tracy?
We're at BB Camp Top 10, number 5.
Okay, hello everybody. Come on up, yeah. We are going to be doing an Israeli dance. I can guarantee if you have had a child or a grandchild at camp in the last, 7, maybe 10 years, I've probably taught them this dance. So I would love for you all to join me. So if everyone wants to stand up and join us in our Israeli dance, camp is all about getting out of your comfort zone. So let's see it. Everybody up. Okay. And we always tell our campers at camp, if you don't want to stand up, you can always dance with your arms. That's always an option. So we will start. It's an easy dance. Everyone can get it. So we're going to go to the right. And we're going to put our arms like this. We're going to walk. 1, 2, 3, 4. Forward, under, up, middle. Other way. gonna shake to all the sides. We're gonna shake, 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 shake. And then it's a song about the jungle. So we're gonna put on our binoculars and we're gonna look all around the room. Okay, and then we're gonna do that a few more times. So let's try it again, that way. 1, 2, 3, 4, we go forward, under, up, middle, other way. 2, 3, 4, we go forward, under, up, middle, and we shake, 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 and we look all around. Okay, and then we take our arms, we go shoulder, shoulder, and then we're gonna go down, down, up, up, down, down, up, up. We're gonna say muscle, muscle, middle, middle, and then together we're all gonna say jungle. Okay, so put our arms shoulder, shoulder. We go down, down, up, up, down, down, up, up, muscle, muscle, middle, middle, jungle. And that's a dance, so let's get the music going. You can go down. Okay, it's never too late to join.
אם אני ואתה היינו נולדים בג'ונגל במקום שאי אפשר למצוא אותו בגוגל פשוט מבודדים מהעולם עמוק בתוך היערות של אפריקה אם כמוצא יד היו לוכדות אותי עינייך ממרחקים אני הייתי בא אלייך מבית אביך לוקח את ידך ומתייצב איתך לפני השמש אומר אני שלך ומתחייב לתת לך את כל מה שאת אוהבת Now our shoulders, shoulder, shoulder אם אני ואתה היינו נולדים בג'ונגל במקום בו אין מקלדת W או שטרודל הייתי שם זמר רומנטיקה ואת היית הכי יפה באפריקה לך מעל במה קטנטונת מארגז רעוע הייתי שרה להבה וגעגוע נושא אותך רחוק אל המדבר שאף אחד שם לא ימצא אותנו בעשר אצבעות בונה לך כפר ובליבו את הבקתה שלנו
Thank you. That was great participation. Awesome.
So I can introduce.
I'd like your attention, please. Hi, everybody. Good dessert was so good. Oh, my God. Okay, everybody. We're really on schedule. We want to get you a smooth night, home on time. Everybody. Shalom.
Check it. Hey, everybody for Bet and the Israeli dancers. Woo!
It's my honor. It really is my honor. My brother, my mentor, Irv Potter. I don't have enough time to say what I really want to say to you, but then I won't. But thank you for all your leadership. Following in the footsteps of Milt Carl, Kyle and Irv have stepped up amazingly with camp, and Irv has led the capital campaign. Ever since I was a kid, I've been in love with BB Camp, but it's really because of people like Irv that I love BB Camp. So thank you to Irv, the president of Men's Camp, and the Men's Camp board, here to tell you about a little thing or two about BB Camp. So let's give it up for Irv Potter.
I hope you all enjoyed your dinner and desserts, and I'm really thrilled to follow the rousing Israeli dancing. While today is about celebrating BB Camp's first 100 years, I also want to talk a little bit about the last 10 years. The main thing I want to express is my gratitude. We set a really ambitious second century goal. We met that goal and completely rebuilt our beautiful campus. And our community supporters, that is you guys, contributed more than $14 million to this project. We inherited a beautiful camp with a rich history because of the hard work and generosity of previous generations. Now we are all part of that legacy. Let's just take a minute to appreciate what that means. This is a historic accomplishment, and everyone who made it happen deserves this moment of thanks. Toda Rabah to everybody. Take a look around the room at some photos of the camp's new buildings, including our newest building, the Zidell Field House. The field house will house a full-size, unlike the old gym, multi-purpose gym and a new game and activity room. The building is being named to recognize the tremendous support Jay, Diane, and Charlene Zidell, who are here tonight, provided to our second century campaign, and to acknowledge a long-term legacy as the new gym is replacing the camp's old gym, which was housed in the Samuel Zidell Memorial Building. I hope you will join the camp family in dedicating the beautiful new gym this summer on June 26th at camp. The second thing I want to share with you are some wishes for the next 100 years. Giving to BB Camp is more than just a number on a check. The number on the check's okay, but it's more than that. Your gifts express hopes and wishes that we strive every day to fulfill. Here are a couple wishes expressed by some of our second century campaign supporters. Barry and Susan Menashe wrote, "We wish to maintain a wonderful camp that will be open to all." Steve of Shalom and Elaine Cantor wrote, "We wish that all campers can look back with wonderful memories and friendships that last a lifetime." Jeanette Fillon, whose husband Ben was a longtime camper with me, counselor and arts and camp director, wrote, "My wish is for every camper to enjoy all the experience that camp has to offer. Make new friends, learn about the natural world, learn more about yourself and your own interests, and make wonderful memories." Could not be said better, Jeanette. Thank you so much. And thank you for all of you that sent your wishes for BB Camp's next century. Thanks for your caring and generous support of BB Camp. What a gift you all have given for so many generations of BB campers to come. After camp is over this summer, the old gym will be removed, and in its place we will be building the Second Century Pavilion, there, which will honor all of the donors to the Second Century campaign and be a wonderful new outdoor programming space. The opportunity still exists to join our friendship circle and receive a paver in the pavilion. And I am quite sure we can find some room on the donor panels which will make up the walls of this beautiful pavilion for those who might still want to join the flag circle at $10,000 each, or the Century Circle at $100,000 or above. We're saving a few spots for you if you like. Lots of spots. We've got them saved. Again, thanks to all of you who made the Second Century campaign such a tremendous success. These new facilities will allow BB Camp to continue to inspire generations of future campers and will serve as a lasting legacy for those from our generations who made this all possible. Todah Rabah to all of you. Enjoy the rest of the evening.
Thank you, Irv. Let's give you guys, day and night, let's give Irv another big, huge round of applause. Thank you. A lot of work goes into refurbishing an entire campus. So Irving, thank you so much. And to all the board, all the men's camp board, everybody for raising money. Great job. Kyle, all you guys, I love you. Amazing. Thank you again, Irv, for the update and for your leadership and the stewardship for camp from all the men's camp board members and from Irving and Kyle. It is now time to welcome our final 4 inaugural inductees into the BB Camp Hall of Fame. They are Milton Margulis, 25-year president of Men's Camp.
Mike Gottesman, former camp director and men's camper.
Harry Niemer, longtime BB Camp fundraiser and board member.
Milt Carl, 35-year president of men's camp.
Now Jennifer and Moses Felberg will be narrating the video you are about to see. Turn your attention to the screen above to hear from them about BB Camp's midot, or values. Thank you.
Milton Margulis was men's camp president for 25 years, from 1947 to 1971, setting the tone for what it means to be dedicated to BB campers.
So he became the president of men's camp. He saw and he had a vision for camp. He was a leader who transcended leaders. Camp became more of a fundraising arm under the leadership of my grandfather.
Milton's daughter, Sue Friedman, was a camper in the 1930s and worked with Polly and Mickey as a counselor and as a program director in the 1940s.
So I was so proud that my grandfather was the pioneer of men's camp presidents. He set the blueprint. He set the tone. He inspired people to give and give generously, because that's what he did. My grandfather was egoless. He didn't want credit. He just wanted to do the right thing. He wanted to make B'nai B'rith Camp the most inspirational, the most beautiful Jewish summer camp in the entire country.
Milton Margulis' legacy was that he mentored the future leaders of camp, and we'll come back to some of those leaders later. Simcha, or joy, is another BB Camp value. We bring joy to over 1,000 campers every summer. Speaking of joy, Mike Gottesman was the camp director for 2 summers in 1977 and 1978.
My favorite memory of Mike Gottesman as camp director was his morning flag routine. We would all gather around the flagpole as the theme song to the movie Rocky would play very loudly over the loudspeaker in the dining hall. Mike would jog from the lake to flagpole in his gray Rocky sweatshirt that we staff gifted him. It was such a joyful way to start the day. Probably not for the neighbors, but we loved it, and we loved Mike. Rocky.
As a social worker focused on child development, Mike brought care for our community as the camp director and for years after in his private practice.
We're honoring Mike today, not just for the time he spent as the director of BB Camp, but for the years thereafter he spent as a mentor to literally generations of campers, staff, and lay leaders. Mike was an inspiration to all of us that knew Mike, and we're all proud to be able to continue the legacy of Jewish thought, Jewish caring that Mike brought to everything he did.
Harry Niemer was a board member for life who concentrated on 2 things: getting things donated and making men's camp great.
My father every year in July would start getting out his matching outfits for camp. He was on the executive board and they had amazing jumpsuits, jackets, I think maybe even bathing suits. And they would all go down to camp wearing these matching clothes. He couldn't wait to get to camp. And then when he got home from camp, he was counting down the days until the next year that he could go and be a kid again.
When Irv and I first got on the board, Harry pulled us aside and gave us the one word of advice that we had to live with. And it was quite simple, but elegant in its simplicity. He said, schnorr everything. Anything you can schnorr, we will make sure it works for BB Camp. But if you ever cannot schnorr something, then don't worry, you can always buy wholesale.
My father, Harry Niemer, would be so thrilled to know that his great-grandchildren are enjoying BB Camp just like his children and grandchildren did.
This is a good time to mention our BB Camp value of Omets Lev, or courage. At camp, this means having the courage to go on the zip line or to work through a conflict. There is no doubt that Harry Niemer had the courage to ask anyone for anything.
Remember Milton Margulis, who served as men's camp president for 25 years? Milt Carl succeeded him as men's camp president in 1971 and served in this role for 35 years.
Next to his family and friends, nothing was more important to Milt Carl than the Portland Jewish agencies and providing support to them. But of all the agencies, B'nai B'rith Summer Camp was truly his baby.
My dad would say that people would see him coming and cross the street because they were worried that he would be soliciting them. And he was the kind of guy that you couldn't say no to. So it used to be a joke that if you see him coming, go the other way.
Milt was a gentle, intelligent, and caring individual. He was very empathetic. And those qualities, coupled with his ability to support agencies, made him an elite fundraiser.
Milt, who was often budget-driven, always made certain funds were available for camper trips, despite overextending our budget. He never failed in his pursuit for additional scholarship money, often bringing tears to his eyes and to the eyes of the people he was talking to. Visionaries are not always around for the realization of their dreams, but I know Milt is celebrating with us tonight. L'chaim.
In the last few years of his life, he continued to go to camp, and when he realized he wasn't strong enough anymore, it was very, very difficult for him to say, I can't go back. in 2017, August, he was really bad and camp was going to start. I knew that he would not pass before camp was completed because he wouldn't want the men to be interrupted at camp. The day camp was over, Rabbi Zuckerman came over and he told him how successful the campaign had been, and the next day my dad passed.
Door to door is the value of passing down traditions and responsibility from generation to generation.
My grandfather saw in Milt Carl the next generation of leaders. So he took Milt Carl under his wings and he taught Milt how to become the men's camp president. He gave the reins to Milt Carl, and Milt Carl took it to another level. And then after Milt Carl for 35 years, he taught Irv and Kyle the ins and outs of men's camp. And what Milt Carl gave to Irv and Kyle at this height, Irv and Kyle took it into the next level that we are seeing now, which is the most phenomenal camp in the entire country.
When I first started thinking about this stuff, I was starting to cry because this is something that Milt and Milt Margaret, they never would have dreamed we could have done the things that we have done with camp, how it has grown. It has gone from this small little camp hidden away in the Northwest to one of the most important and influential camps in the nation.
Really honored to have worked for BB Camp for over 20 years, starting with the late, great Mike Gottesman, and along the way with camp directors and assistant directors Stu Kronig, Robin Spring, Jen Axman, Doug Blauer, and the current great Michelle Copeland.
The last BB Camp Midot is Haverut. Haverut means friendship. Building meaningful relationships and friendships is what the experience at BB Camp creates for our community. Today, we are honored to induct these 9 BB Camp friends into our BB Camp Hall of Fame. We thank you, our friends, for your support as we continue to build friendships for life for another 100 years.
It's really fun to see who's related to who, stuff I never knew. I've learned a lot today.
So glad for you.
Okay. We will now officially induct each of these extraordinary people into our Hall of Fame. Change of plans. Okay. Okay. As we chose to honor all people who are no longer able to join us, we've asked a few people who are important to BB Camp to stand in for each honoree.
Please stand when your name is called, and members of our leadership staff and some of our past camp directors will deliver the awards.
Okay. Okay, sorry. Okay.
Okay, ready?
For Julia Sweat, we ask Rita Phillip to please stand in her honor. BB Camp CEO Michelle Copeland will present. Let's get Michelle.
Thank you, Rita, for helping. All right, let's give it up for those two. For Julia Sweat, our founder. All right. We're going to just transition slowly. For Julius Meyer, we ask Howard and Wendy Liebrick to stand in his honor. BB Camp Chief Philanthropy Officer Aaron Perlman will present.
For Mickey Hirschberg, we ask Jeannie Newmark and her children, Miles and Janice Newmark, to stand in her honor. BB Camp Overnight Director, Bet Amir Brownstein, will present.
All right, thank you. For Harry Polly Polakar, we ask B'nai B'rith Men's Camp Association President Kyle Rotenberg to stand, please. Former BB Camp Director Stuart Kronick will present. Oh, no, he won't. Okay. Gary Kahn will present.
For Gene Noodleman Sr., we ask Ken Uncless and Howard Davis to stand. BB Camp Chief Financial Officer Allison Kaufman will present.
All right, for Milton Margulis, we ask his daughter, Sue Friedman, who worked as a counselor for Polly and at the time went as Bubbles, and his grandson, Steve Sudsy Friedman, to please stand. Presenting will be BB Camp Chief Program Officer Ben Chuck Charlton.
For Harry Niemer, we ask his daughter and granddaughters, Linda Niemer Singer, Tiffany Rosenfeld, and Robin McCoy to stand. Former BB Camp Director Jeff Land will present.
All right. Beautiful. And for Mike Gottesman, for brother Mike Gottesman, we ask his wife, Margaret Gottesman, and best friend Irving Potter to please stand. Presenting the longtime BB Camp employee, Barb Gordon.
Thank you. For Milt Carl, we ask his daughters and sons-in-law, Stan and Pam Rotenberg, and Barbie and Mike Anklis to please stand. Presenting will be former 90s camp directors and best pals, Doug Blauer and Jennifer Axman. Come on. Congratulations, everyone. Welcome to the Hall of Fame. Woohoo! Our friend Michael Allen Harrison, come on down.
All right. Okay. Maestro, it's all yours.
Yeah.
Good to see you, my love.
What a great night. We're so happy to be here. I want to introduce you to one of my best friends in the whole wide world. We've known each other since we were children. And I was 7 and Julianne was 5 when we met. Our fathers worked at Cohn Brothers Furniture back in the day. And the first time that we hung out, we played hide and seek back with the furniture and all the giant carpet rolls. And she's been my best friend ever since. Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome Julianne Johnson.
Thank you so much. It feels really good to see everyone. Isn't it nice to be so close to one another? It really feels good. Imagine there's no heaven. It's easy if you try. No hell below us. Above us only sky. Imagine all the people living for today. You imagine there's no country. It isn't hard to do. Nothing to kill or die for, and no religion, no religion too. Imagine all the people living a life as one. You may say I'm a dreamer, oh, but I'm not the only one. Oh, I hope someday you'll join us, and the world will live as one. Dreamers, oh, but we're not the only one. No, 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 no. I hope someday you'll join us, and the world will live as one. We will live as one. Oh, for the babies, oh, for the children. We got to live. We've got to live. We must live as one.
Wow. Let's do another round of applause, don't you think? Woo! Wow, Julianne. Wow, Michael. Thank you so much. Unbelievable. God bless you both. Thank you very much for that. Wow. By the way, we had a little hiccup. That was Tracy, my bad. That was our... What was that, Tracy? Thank you. Sorry about that. Michelle Copeland, amazing leader of the Jewish community. My sister, CEO. Welcome to the stage, my friend. Michelle only works a couple hours a day, just kidding. Here, meet one of the most tireless community members that I've ever known. I've known her for a long time, since I was a little kid. Michelle Copeland, one of my heroes. I love you.
That truly is a very hard act to follow, so bear with me. Boy, it is so great to be in this room and see you all. It's just so heartwarming. And if I hadn't had a chance yet to say hello to you yet, I'm Michelle Copeland. I'm the CEO of BB Camp, and it really is such an honor and a privilege every day to do this work. Thank you so much for being here. When I began my career leading BB Camp almost 25 years ago, thank you, Jeff Land, I wanted to develop an agency with inclusion at its core. Utilizing the Jewish value and philosophy of Haknasat Orchim, welcoming the stranger, we established a foundation in which all are welcome at BB Camp. This value is now woven into the very fabric of camp and exemplifies our core beliefs that every child can participate, every child can make a friend, every child can succeed, and every child can belong. Today, BB Camp is recognized locally and nationally as a model of excellence and inclusive best practices and has earned us the distinction as one of the country's first accredited inclusive recreation programs. Inclusion is not only what we believe, it really is who we are. When I think about our inclusive journey, I'm particularly proud of BB Camp's inclusion of those children underserved and from diverse backgrounds, including campers that are Jewishly unaffiliated and interfaith.
Love your shoes, by the way.
Thank you, Michael. Including campers that are Jewishly unaffiliated and interfaith, LGBTQIA campers, campers with disabilities or needing accommodations, and children from rural locations, from families in financial need, those who are hungry and food insecure, and campers who continue to reel from the pandemic and wildfires. BB Camp truly welcomes all. Along with our overnight camps, many day camps, and food programs, I'm proud to share this summer we are adding our newest camp program, Camp Noah, a one-week trauma-informed day camp for the Otis Strong Tigers, Lincoln County's children still recovering from the wildfire disaster. Last summer, caring for the well-being and mental health of our community's children post the year and a half of COVID isolation and a lost summer of overnight camp due to the pandemic was really, quite frankly, very challenging. But there were so many rewards. Tonight, with the family's permission, I want to share Sky's story. When Sky arrived at camp, she was crumpled over and hunched down. She could barely walk, and she complained that her legs were hurting all of the time. I was very, very concerned about her, and I asked our doctor if he could take a look at her just to see if she was okay, because clearly she was not. Sky shared that for the past many months during the intense COVID isolation, her family were really in dire financial need. They lived in a rural area without Jewish community, and quite frankly, they were in crisis. Her father had been arrested and incarcerated because he had been beating her mother every single day. Sky hid in a closet during that horrific time, hunched over for more than 15 months. Sky did her schoolwork in the closet. Sky ate her meals in the closet. And Sky spent many a night sleeping in the closet. Her poor little legs had atrophied. Our doctor recommended that even though it hurt, it was imperative that she moved and walked every single day. So every day, I would walk with her in camp. Every day, even though it was hard, I would encourage her to walk up and down the hills with her cabin mates. Every day she walked. Every day it hurt. But I'm so pleased to tell you that at the end of 4 weeks at BB Camp, Sky bloomed. She visibly stood straighter. She smiled and laughed with her friends. She had an amazing time, and although not perfect, she was walking and moving quicker and definitely stronger. At the end of the summer, we received the most beautiful letter from her mother that I wanted to share with you. It reads, "There are not enough words to express my many thanks to you all. Thank you for giving me back a child with a sparkle back in their eye, a child who's actively planning a future, a child with an eye for goals and empathy for others. It's been a very rough year for Sky. She watched Dad hit Mom, get arrested, and never seen again. Sky is smack in the middle of an unpleasant puberty experience added to gender dysphoria. And of course, the lockdown and absence of any social life during COVID has been very hard. Sky loved BB Camp this year, and hearing all the stories on the way home was wonderful. She wants to join BBYO. She wants to go to Israel. Sky wants to work up to be a BB Camp counselor and then on to camp management. I am in awe in the change from miserable child to happy, engaging, and goal-setting child. And a Sky excited about taking electives, participating in sports, and reading. I am just speechless. Thank you isn't enough, but thank you. Thank you so very much." I often share with our campers and staff, "Ani v'ata neshoneh ha'olam." You and I will change this world together. Grounded in our rich history of service to the community, advanced by our ideals of our organization, and enlivened by the passionate heart of our BB Camp community, inclusion is not something we incorporate into our everyday. It is our everyday. At BB Camp, we really changed this world together. Tonight, I thank you so much for your support and extend a very special thank you to our sponsors. I'd like to ask you to make a meaningful donation to support our community's children. And in the words of my great Uncle Milt Carl, if you can stretch and give just a little bit till it hurts, just a little bit, we would be so appreciative. Thank you again for your support and for being here tonight to celebrate with us. Now, please join me in welcoming Gary Kahn and Irv Potter to the stage.
It could be more than a little bit.
Stretch even more, huh? Right?
Thank you, Michelle, for your words about the impact of camp, and thank you to Michael Allen Harrison and Julianne Johnson for helping us to imagine a better world. Now it is time for us to do more than just imagine. It is time to give back to this amazing organization. Irv, where should we start?
At the top, let's start with 50,000.
50,000. One, Ms. Liebrich.
We do have sponsors for tonight's event. It's the Liebrich family, Howard and Wendy, and their brother, Howard's brother, have sponsored this event and contributed $50,000 to the future of BB Camp.
Thank you, Howard and Wendy. Who else wants to join at that level? Well, it was worth a shot. Our next level is $25,000. I believe Irv has a donor to tell us about who wants to kick us off with the $25,000 gift for the Mitzvah Moment.
So my dear friends, Bob and Rita Phillip, have allocated $25,000 to the Mitzvah Moment to help with the future that's so important to all of us at BB Camp. Thanks, Rita, Bob.
Anybody else want to join at that level? The paddle raise is real light. You don't have to work too hard to put it up. Anybody? All right. Let's keep this moving. The next level of support is the $10,000 level. Irv, who do we have at this level?
Well, we can start out with the Loeb Family Foundation. They were actually large, very significant donors, like the Phillips were, to the Capitol campaign. And Don couldn't be with us tonight. He's a Men's Camp board member, but their family foundation is giving $10,000 tonight.
Thank you to the Loeb family. Anybody want to join at that level? Any $10,000 donors? Okay, moving on. Irv, we have an announcement. The Zidell family is joining J Camp 180 and national organizations, all together now matching program to match $1-to-1, $1 for every dollar given, for gifts under $10,000 tonight, up to $67,000. This should take us a long way towards reaching our goal of $150,000.
And in retrospect, anyone that wants to be over the 10,000 level could split it into 2 gifts, and it will be matched.
Do we have any matching gifts for this amount?
Actually, we have a first gift, and this is from people I don't even know, but it's a wonderful gift from, let me get it here, just a minute. Thank you, Gary. My wife walked off with my list. The Stern Lecter family in San Diego, in honor of BB alum Jonathan Berlin, is giving $7,500.
Any other charitable people at the $10,000 level?
Or the $7,500 level.
Or the $7,500 level? All right, let's keep this moving. Our next level is $5,400, and again, all of these gifts will be matched 1-to-1. This is your reminder that all these gifts goes towards supporting our programs, camp scholarships, and everything good for the kids. Anybody at the $5,400 level? Do we have any? Irv, did we have any donations at that level?
Actually, no, but Martha Soltez says her granddaughter is excited to be going for 2 weeks this summer, and she's actually giving it the $6,000 level.
And we had 3 sponsors tonight at this level, Howard and Linda Davis over there, Lee and Howard Lazarus, and I don't know where they're sitting because I haven't seen them, and Ken and Mary Unkelis, who could not be here tonight. Anybody else want to join in at $5,400? No, Irv, we're not doing too well here. Yeah, we're not doing too well here. All right, moving down. Our next level is $3,600. That's 20 or whatever it is, 200 times high. Irv, I think you have a donor who's already made a gift at this level?
I do, and it's actually it was my son and daughter's favorite grade school teacher, Allison Mudrick, whose husband Larry was a longtime men's camper. Allison is, I'll guess it was in honor of her 2 favorite students, my son and Ryan Pittman, who's here tonight, $3,600.
And it's my understanding that her husband Larry is the only men's camper to have a NBA championship ring, as he was the team dentist for the Blazers in 1976-77. So in support of the Blazers, anybody want to give $3,600? We're not doing well. I think I'm blinded by the light too. I don't see any paddles being raised. All right, moving on. Oh! What?
171. 171. Who is it?
I think it was Karen Blauer.
Karen.
Blauer.
Oh my
Thank
goodness.
you.
Karen, thank you so much for Karen and her family, right, Karen?
Anybody else want to join at that level? All right, moving on. $1,800 is our next level. Irv, what do we have so far?
So one of our people who's here today, one of our oldest alumna who, as I said before, swam the lake with Mickey in the boat, and she refuses to tell me whether she had her cigarette and her stick with her. Jeannie is giving Jeannie Newmark $1,800. Thanks, Jeannie. Rhoda Leopold is also at that level, and John and Carol Arnsberg, Family Endowment Fund at OJCF, are at the $1,800 level.
Who else wants to join? I saw somebody over here. 175, thank you. 195, 203, 63, 205, 103, 26,
206,
28. Wonderful, thank you. Anyone else? Did I miss anybody? No, okay.
Just a reminder that each of those gifts has been matched by Jay and Diane Seidel and the Harold Grinspoon Foundation. So each of those $1,800 gifts, $3,600 to the future BB camp.
Anyone else at that level? All right, next level, $1,080. Irv, what do we have? Sponsors on the slides.
Sponsors on the slides. Thank you all sponsors. My very, very dear friend who's fighting some pneumonia right now in the hospital and couldn't be with us, but I think he's watching. Hey, Jeff. Jeff and Sherry Weinstein at this level. And Larry Holtzman. And I'd like to add another 1,000 on my behalf as well.
Thank you, Irv. Somebody write that
1,080.
down.
And now we can look at. Now you can look at.
Okay, 1,080. Who's interested? All right, we'll start over here. 24, 16, 14, 106, 103, 107, 127, 235, 224, 269, 157, 155, 192, 188, 31, 65, 67, 35, 33, 181, 224, 12. Wonderful. Thank you all so much.
And I lost count, but I think we were 22.
Is that what it was?
22, which also brings a $22,000 match. So thank you all. It's a tremendous contribution, guys.
Anyone else at that level? All right. Next level is 613. Why do we have 613? It's an odd number. That's the number of mitzvot or good deeds in the Torah. So I'm confident that we're going to get a lot of people who are willing to pay $1 for good deeds tonight. Who's willing to contribute $613? 173, 184, 152, 278, 147, 144, 241, 123, 13, 213, 276. Who else?
While you're all reaching for your numbers, let me read a couple others. A friend of mine in New York, Anna Panito for 613, Carrie Nicolason, Kyle's sister, for 540, Lou and Kathy Jaffe, Paul and Sherry Pusis.
Anybody else at that level?
Again, these are all going to be matched, unless, Aaron, we're over. Are we over our number yet, Aaron?
Not quite, but we're getting close.
Okay, we're not at our total. So those people that agreed to match, we have not used up all their money yet.
191 at the last level. 183. Anybody else I'm missing?
We don't want to leave any matching dollars on the table, folks.
We certainly don't. All right, we're getting near the end. A few more chances. The next level is $360. Irv, what do we have so far at this?
I know, I lost my feed. Hang on. Start.
All right, while he's figuring out who to name, $360. 126, 138, 264, 154, 237, 286, 207, 194, 161, 73, 178, 64, 69, 47, 171, 228, 231. Did I get everybody?
Hey, Gary, can people who have given in the past tonight give again?
Absolutely. Okay. It's a mitzvah to do so.
Okay. We also have Sherry Blue and UV Zalko, again, people I don't know at this level. Kathy Davis Weiner and Michael Weiner again, and Rick and Marilyn Gilbert.
Last chance at 360. Anybody?
Or if we miss you, if we're at the 180, you could do 2. So
there you go.
Just so you know.
All right, our next level is 180. Irv, you got any gifts to announce at that level?
I have a bunch.
All right.
The David Forum Family Fund at OJCF, Steve Arnsberg, who I miss at the J. Mr. Anonymous is giving at this level. Jen and David Knudsen, Faith and Cod Galderissi, sorry if I messed it up. Galderissi, sorry. Terry and Robert Bloom, Barry Simon, and David Fleischer. And that's what I got at that level.
Keep in mind, folks, $180. That's 3 lattes a month for a year equals $180. So how about 3 lattes a month for the kids? Oh, it worked. 21. Anybody else? 137, 122, 255, 267, 201, 162, 295, 61, 51, 59, 57, 43, 81.
262. Did you get 262?
262. Anybody else? Great, thank you. All right, folks, last chance. Today's our 100th birthday celebration. So we're asking for anybody to either add to their previous donations or to make one now at $100. You don't need to hold up your cards. We're not going to read off the names. We're going to have the staff circulate through the room now and pick up the cards of those people willing to donate $100 at this level. If you want to donate more, $36, $360, $360,000, whatever you want, just write that number on your card and staff will collect it. And that's it. I want to thank well, no, we're not done yet. We have one more item to discuss. Irv, Jeff.
We have some Surus. We're $4,000 short of using up all the matching money we have. So this is the free-form round. Those who would like to make additional donations, if you could just raise your paddle and yell out the number, we'll try and pick up the $4,000 we need to match.
88, $4,000. Thank you very much. Anyone else? And again, if you want to give the $100 or any other number, just give your number to the staff that's circulating. Hold them up and we'll come collect them.
You want to give it 100 or another 100? Or any other number.
And we have one more gift to discuss.
So I mentioned that my dear friend and Men's Camp board member, Jeff Weinstein's in the hospital. For 25 years, Jeff was the executive director of the Pacific Furniture Dealers. Is that it, Jay? And he was their executive director. It's their buying group. And on Tuesday, they're having their annual gathering. And Jeff won't be able to make it, but the organization wanted to honor Jeff. So far, before they actually get around to meet, they're donating $7,500 additional dollars.
Aaron, do we have a draft total?
That's about $75,000.
Plus the match of $67,000. So we're.
And then the gifts over. Let's do the next piece of the program. I'll do some math.
Okay.
The number he gave does not include the larger gifts above $10,000. So we're really threatening our $200,000 hope for goal. And we may come back. If we're short a little bit, we may give you another opportunity to kick us over that level. So you all have been spectacular. It is, because of you all, the kids will be at camp. The kids will have a wonderful time. No child will be denied the opportunity to go to camp because they can't afford it. So thank you all.
Big round of applause for our donors. Thank you all very much.
just a quick shout out. My friend Jay Bihar is the one that organized that amazing fundraising in honor of Jeff Weinstein. And thank you so much, Jay, for all your hard work and for everything you did for camp.
Thank you, everybody, for an incredible mitzvah moment. We've got a little more program to go, but just a shout out to all of you. Give yourselves a hand. Thank you to the Zidels and everybody. You guys are amazing. Peace and love. I can't believe you all are amazing so much. This night is special because of all of you. We're going to roll through the rest of this program. Amy?
Tracy, I think we have another top 10.
I'm at table 28. Everybody join in. BB Camp Top 10.
I think it's number 2 now.
Oh, we're on 2? Are you sure? Leaving on a jet plane?
Yes. Actually, it's 3, I mean. Leaving on a jet plane. It's written wrong. Okay, Dad. This is my favorite song. Okay. From camp.
I hope this is a sing-along we can all sing together. All my bags are packed, I'm ready to go. I'm standing here outside your door. I hate to wake you up to say goodbye, but the dawn is breaking, it's early morn. The taxi's waiting, he's blowing his horn. Already I'm so lonesome I could die. So kiss me and smile for me. Tell me that you'll wait for me. Hold me like you'll never let me go. 'Cause I'm leaving on a Greyhound. Don't know when I'll be BB bound. Oh, babe, I hate to go. There's so many times I've let you down. So many times I've played around. I tell you now, they don't mean a thing. Every place I go, I'll think of you. Every song I sing, I'll sing for you. When I come back, I'll wear your wedding ring. So kiss me and smile for me. Tell me that you'll wait for me. Hold me like you'll never let me go. 'Cause I'm leaving on a Greyhound. I don't know when I'll be BB bound. Oh, babe, I hate to go. Now the time has come to leave you. One more time, let me kiss you. Then close your eyes, I'll be on my way. Dream about the days to come when I won't have to leave alone. About the time I won't have to say. Let's sing together. Kiss me and smile for me. Tell me that you'll wait for me. Hold me like you'll never let me go. 'Cause I'm leaving on a Greyhound. I don't know when I'll be BB bound. Leaving on a Greyhound. I don't know when I'll be BB bound. Leaving on a Greyhound. I don't know when I'll be BB bound. Oh, babe, I hate to go.
Thank you, Kim. Thank you, Kim. That was awesome. Everybody remembers the Counselor Bridge and singing that song. Tracy? Oh, 1 second.
I'm over here
All
at
right.
table 17.
Hold
Am I
on
waiting?
one sec, Trace. We have a little thing here. We got Tom Meyers was not able to be here tonight, but he's taking care of his mother because he's taking care of his mother in Toledo, Ohio. But he did agree to join us remotely. Can I have your attention, please? There's a red Chevy with its lights on. Just kidding. Tom Meyers is on deck. He did agree to join us remotely. Let's hear it for our good friend and former BB Camp song leader and Beatles fan, Tom Meyers. Wish he could be here. Tracy.
BB Camp Top 10, number 2.
So wait.
Hey, Doug and Amy, thanks so much for the wonderful introduction. I'm so happy to be here for the 100-year
listen up to
celebration
Tom.
of BB Camp to sing Tom's song, or I Can't Wait to See You Again, with everybody. I never expected this song to be such a popular hit at BB Camp. And it came about just by accident when I was sitting around with some staff members. I think Kim Fuson, Rick Barty, maybe Jeff Land was there. And they asked me if I had any originals, and I played this. And they said, oh, you have to play that at the next sing-along when we do a sing-along. So that's how it happened. And I'm honored and grateful to be here. And I think this song embodies the soul and captures the spirit of BB Camp with all the love and friendship that we have together. So I want you all to sing it loud and proud. And anyone that isn't a BB Camper that doesn't know it by heart, it'll be on the screen. So sing along.
All right, everybody from the 80s, come on down. Let's join us.
I was just in the country, I was thinking about you. There were weeping willows singing, they were singing about you. I could smell the sweet fragrance of the flowers of the morning dew. I was feeling so happy, I was hoping you'd feel it too. And I want you to know that I love you so, that the seasons never end. And I can't wait to see you again.
Come on, 80s.
I've been wandering through the mountains and it's never felt so good. To be standing on a hillside, wondering if I could. Oh yeah. Reach that green grassy spot on the top where I knew I should. Find the pleasure that's waiting for me there up in the woods. And when I reached that peak, I heard someone speak, saying, do it all again. And I can't wait to see you again. Well, I'm on my way once more to who knows where. If I go with the flow, my senses will lead me there. With the freedom of my soul and the wisdom of nature's care. There will always be something for you and me to share. And I want you to know that I love you so, that the seasons never end. And I can't wait to see you again. Let's hear it, everybody.
Yeah.
And I want you to know that I love you so, that this feeling never ends. And I can't wait to see you again.
Woohoo! I will hand it over. Okay, my friends, every night at the... We're just going to skip it. Every night at the end of camp for about the last 100 years, we end with a friendship circle. And that is our number one for BB Camp, because camp truly is about friends you make. So we hope you made a new friend tonight on our camp journey together. Anybody, we're going to end with a friendship circle. Come on down and we'll make a friendship circle and close the evening. Tracy, our last number one song is going, come down and join for the top 10 number one.
Good job, Amy. Hold on.
Come on up. We're all going to join arms, join hands. Come find someone to stand next to. Let's close this friendship circle. There's a spot for everyone in it.
Oh, good. I was looking for you. I'm like, you tell me what, should I do it?
First of all, you're all so cute. Let's do this thing.
Here we
Let's make
go.
Ready? Let's do it.
Rad hayo shemesh dom kochavim notzetzim bamaron laila ba menucha shalom shalom. Day is done, gone the sun from the hills, from the sky. All is well, safely rest. Shalom, shalom.
Well, it's been another great day at BB Camp. Thank you so much for being here tonight. $188,000. Thank you.
Shalom, shalom.
So great. Kim Schneiderman. Woo! Wouldn't be without it. Wouldn't be the same. You're amazing. Thank you, Aaron Perlman. Good job, Aaron Perlman. Good job, Stacy. Good job, Noah. Good job, Barb. Thank you, team. Amazing work tonight. So nice. And thank you to Amy and Doug Blauer. So great.
Amazing BB Camp staff. Thank you so much. BB Camp staff, you rock.
And Kim and Tracy.
Okay. Where's Lisa Schneiderman and Sarah Gassner? I don't have to play it. Old Farmer Jones was having troubles of his own. He had a yellow cat
that would not leave his home. He tried and he tried to get the cat away. Nobody returned. Nobody could say. Mama Michelle. But the cat came back the very next day. Oh, the cat came back. You know we thought he was a goner, but the cat came back. Just couldn't stay away. We gotta get. Oh, la di da da.
I only know the last one.
I know.
Let's go to it. Boo. I know the last one. You gave it to a man who was going way out west. Said to board to give it
to the girl that he loved best. First the train hit the tracks and it jumped the rail. Nobody survived to tell the bloody tale. But the cat came back the very next day. The cat came back. You know they thought he was a goner, but the cat came back. He just couldn't stay away. Oh, la-di-da-da. No, no, la-di-da-da. You know the one at the boy? Gave it to a man who was going. They gave it to a boy with a 10-pound note to take it to the river and set that kind of float. The note they tied around his neck, it must have weighed a ton. And now they drag the river where the little boy has drowned. But the cat came back the very next day. Oh, the cat came back. You know they thought he was a goner, but the cat came back. He just couldn't stay away. No, la-di-da-da. No, no, la-di-da-da.
The atom bomb blew in that same old-fashioned way. Russia's gone, China's gone, now the USA. The whole damn world just blown itself away. The cat came back the very next day. Oh, the cat came back. You know, we thought he was a goner, but the cat came back. He just wouldn't stay away. No, la-di-da-da. No, no, la-di-da-da. No, la-di-da-da.
I learned guitar just for this moment.
All my life's a circle, sunrise and sunset. Moon rolls through the nighttime till the daybreak comes around. All my life's a circle, but I can't tell you why. Seasons spinning round again, the years keep rolling by. Seasons spinning round again, the years keep rolling by.
בשנה הבאה נשב על המרפסת ונספור ציפורים